It's our final moment here at the KOA Avila Beach, Pismo Beach area, and we're packing up. We're heading up to Monterey, we hope, today, and we're trying to get into the Elks Lodge up there.
That was a pucker factor number 10. Now we are headed, like I said before, to the Nelson Family Winery. Our first harvest host, so I'm really excited about that.
Wow. That's so funny how they throw the sand on themselves. So on the Highway 1, you can stop and see elephant seals. So cool. It was pretty crowded. There was not technically any parking, but you know.
We made our own parking. We parked right in the middle.
And now everybody's parked there. There was not a single car in the middle there. I hope we can get out.
White knuckle situation. We got this. We got this.
All right.
Oh my Lord.
Got this. There's some zigzags coming along.
That was a pucker factor number 10.
We're in Monterey County now. You got us there, babe.
Still got 75 miles to go.
Went over and let these guys go. There's the motorhome. Finally pulled over and found a spot. Oh, this isn't too bad.
This is where the exhaust brakes comes in handy. Well, we just drove through Big Sur, and oh my gosh.
Wow. Wow.
I don't think I've ever seen a coastline that beautiful.
Honestly, huh?
I think pulling a trailer was a little tricky. Hats off to all those who've done it. Definitely I would be doing this in a real big rig, but you know, ours is only about 30 feet, so I think it was perfect. You know, there were some really tight spots. We got to have lunch on this beautiful bluff.
That was my favorite part.
I wanted to get down to that beach. That beach was just beautiful.
You thought about taking the bike and going down that little trail.
Yeah, I kind of passed it around a little bit.
But it was worth it. Just take a break, sit there and look at that view, and then not a soul was in that.
Yeah, nobody was in that turnout. I mean, you just... The views are just so incredible. You'll never see any views like these views, you know, and my gosh, I was blown away.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the big sites are not RV friendly, you know, the the photographic sites or whatever you want to call it.
Right. There was the Julia Pfeiffer Burns. There's a waterfall there, McWay Falls, and we couldn't stop because there's no parking for RVs.
It's also probably because it's late in the afternoon. So
yeah, it's busy.
If you're gonna try to do that, definitely do it in the morning, early in the morning, because there's hardly any traffic early in the morning, and then as the day went on, more and more traffic. So.
And then there's the Bixby Bridge, which we just passed and got some video of going over it, but it was too crowded. We're only about 25 minutes at that point from our destination. And we think, well, if we wanted it to go back, we could go back and get pictures and video of it. But it's definitely something to see and to go over. And all these little bridges, like we just passed another, we're on one right now, 1932. The Bixby Bridge is 1932. The one they were doing construction on was constructed in 1931. You'd like to think that they did some engineering upgrades in the past, 100 years, but who knows? Oh, that's another thing. There's no cell service at all. It was very, very hit and miss. Very hit and miss. More miss than hit.
I don't think there were any hits.
Yeah, as we were coming out of it just about now, we were getting some, but I think we're back to no service. But we have not heard from the Elks Lodge, and I told you earlier that we were waiting to hear if we were going to be able to stay, and we really don't know. We may show up and they'll say, no thank you, bye. But we don't know, and you know what? I'm good with it.
Yeah, we'll just do whatever we gotta do.
Yeah, Walmart, here we come.
But the bottom line is, I am an elk. I've paid my dues. I'm just waiting to get initiated in orientation. Look at that guy all the way top of that hill.
Look at that.
What is he doing up there? Oh.
He's taking pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were a lot of bicyclists, not on our side so much on the other side, but wow, it's tight in there. Huh?
Yeah, I think this has been said before and probably should be said again. If you're going to take the one, it is better to go from the north than the south. Mm-hmm. So many more turnouts going south than there is going north. And the kind of turnouts you want to be in, where you can take views. But again, none of it, and that's a bluff trail right there, none of it is RV friendly. Some of it cants to one side pretty heavily.
Oh, so, this guy coming through. Whoa.
I take it back. There are some that will do. I'll be honest with you, there's some that some turns in the beginning, I don't know. It was close.
There are some campgrounds in Big Sur, so maybe he's just going that far. But a lot of hiking trails. I didn't realize that. But if you're a hiker, there are so many trails along the one here between. Now, granted, we only went between, where would you say, like Avila Beach is where we started. And then we're heading to Monterey. So that whole stretch, man, that was incredible. Well, anyway, let's keep our fingers crossed that 16 minutes from now, we're going to be checking into the Elks Lodge and have a place to lay our heads for the night. And then in the morning... Okay,
we're not going to be laying our heads for the night because Rhonda wants to go on a bike ride. So the only way that we're going to be laying our head, it's going to be so fogged in and so cold. And then maybe we'll get to lay our heads down. But other than that, guarantee we're going on a bike ride. If you guys know Rhonda, she's got everything always mapped out. You're like twitching because you don't even know what I'm about to say.
No, I don't. But you worry me.
She's always got everything mapped out. We always are in control of where we're going. This time, this trip, we have no plan. Absolutely no plan.
We kind of know the final destination, which we didn't even know that until today. I think we kind of said, no, we're going to go. We're going to do it. It's once again faith over fear, fear of the gas prices, fear of the shock to the pocketbook, but we just are going to do it. We're going to make the effort and seize the moment.
And you know why? Because we're not guaranteed tomorrow. Got to go for it.
Yep.
Make your memories today.
We finally had cell reception, so we called the Elks, and they are expecting us, so everything was good. So it looks like a bike ride is on the horizon.
We'll see how cold it is outside.
All right. Oh, that's exciting. All right. Well, anxious. This will be our first Elks experience.
Yes.
Let us know in the comments if you guys have ever stayed at an Elks Lodge, if you are an elk, and how that's gone for you. This is awesome. We're in. And this is Site 5, and they have been so gracious and so nice and so helpful. We have electric and we have water. Oh, so phenomenal. We had to balance it a little bit on the left here, or the right, depending how you look at it. Prop it up kind of high, it's a little higher in the back.
Check it again.
Oh yeah, check it again?
I think I might have just made it better.
Oh, okay. All right, let's check it out. We're checking for level. Front to back. Stan doesn't like when it's too extended in the front, but oh, it looks good. I like it a little more when our head's up, but I think I can live with that. I can live with that. That's great. I can live with that. I read their rules.
Okay, what's the rule?
I'm like an elk rule encyclopedia.
I gotta sign in the guest book, right?
I didn't read that part. I didn't think it said that. It's Owen's birthday today, though. So you gotta sign in the guest book. You remember the rules.
Not even enough for me.
Here's the 87, 90 degrees.
You know how I am. I like it 94.
Well, where are we headed?
We are headed to a harvest host called the Nelson Family Winery.
Yay!
So this will be our first harvest host day.
Yeah, first day, first time harvest host. We just joined a couple weeks ago.
Head south toward Mar Vista Drive.
So we're heading out of the Elks Lodge in Monterey, and great stay. We just did one night. We were kind of contemplating staying a couple extra nights, but we did get our bike ride in last night on the Monterey Bay Coastal Trail. Looks like they're going. That some folks are heading that way. They got loaded up their bikes, and Stan was concerned if we tried this morning it might have been soaked in, but it's a beautiful day.
Gorgeous, gorgeous morning. We got to see the Fisherman's Wharf.
Yeah.
We saw the Cannery district.
Yeah, a little bit commercialized, you know. They're trying to get you to come in and sit at their restaurant, or, you know, take their whale watching
Turn left onto Mar Vista Drive.
So, it was fun. I enjoyed the trail. There's something I wanted to do. It's a Rails to Trails. It used to be Old Southern Pacific Railroad. So we can check that one off the list. Interesting place, though. This Elks had like a gym, had a sauna, it had an indoor spa. So Stan and I were able to last night go partake in those things. We paid $50 a night. A little more than you would think, but it was because of the location and everything else here, which isn't very much. Everything was over $100
Location, location, location.
This morning I took the dogs out for a walk, and there were 3 deer in the parking lot. And I was like, Stan! He couldn't hear me. He's loading the bikes in as quietly as possible. I think it was like 7:30 this morning. And he didn't get to see him, but I got a little video of him, and what a treat. driving through San Francisco.
Whoever thought that this was a good idea.
Use the left 3 lanes to turn slightly left onto 19th Avenue.
We thought it'd be fun to go over the Golden Gate Bridge and to take Maggie with us.
Maggie's never been over the Golden State Bridge.
We decided to name the trailer Maggie. You know, imagine Maggie. Do you get it? Anyway, we thought Magi, but I thought Maggie was cuter. She needs a cute name. I guess it's a girl.
Continue for 6 miles.
So, interesting. It's getting a little crazy, you know, a little tight, a little busy. But the Golden Gate Bridge ought to be a cool experience. We've done it a time or two. Did we take our Class A over there years ago?
Yes, we did. We took our Class A over.
Yeah. So, second time over with a RV, but this will be, you know, it'll be fun. It'll be fun to video and share with you guys, so you don't have to do it.
Not to stop at the Golden Gate just to get the video of Maggie going over, but oh my gosh, the roads are tight. Definitely don't recommend on a big rig. You know, ours is only 30 feet. But oh my gosh, that's going to be a memorable deal right there.
We are about 8 minutes out from our Harvest Host destination. Got to go over the Golden Gate Bridge, go through San Francisco. I think Stan's a little done. Are you done?
Yeah, I'm done. When did it change? But I thought you could take the freeway right to the Golden Gate Bridge and that you didn't have to go through the town. So I was kind of surprised that you had to go through San Francisco just to go through the Golden Gate Bridge. But that was some rough driving, but we already talked about that.
Yeah.
Now we are headed, like I said before, to the Nelson Family Winery. Our first Harvest Host, so I'm really excited about that. They asked that you do a wine tasting, which Rhonda didn't have any problem with that whatsoever. And then
okay.
You can actually stay an additional night if you want for $50 or buy a case of wine.
Yeah, this is Ukiah, and we just went through Sonoma County, wine country, and then this is going to be in Mendocino County. So we'll give you guys all the info, but if you're coming up the 101 and you're heading through California and you do Harvest Hosts, this might be an option for you. And Stan said there was a bunch of other ones, but this one was the only one open in the area. And it was perfect because we've been on the road for a little over 4 hours, which is about perfect, is what we like to travel. We haven't even stopped. We got in the car and we went, and we haven't stopped. About an hour and a half ago, I was ready to get out, but then you go, well, we're almost there, an hour and a half. So anyway, we're almost there. Hallelujah. That's it. We're the only ones here. Now, where do you park? Where to park? Where to park? That will be level.
This is our first Harvest Host. The Nelson Family Winery. And in true fashion, we're all by ourselves.
trying currently the 2018 Cabernet Sauvignon, and this you said was the estate.
This is the estate
blend. Yeah. Okay, perfect. The estate blend, and so this is really good. Once again, we're at Nelson Family Vineyards, and so good.
And it's not a big production, so you're not going to find this in stores. If you want to taste this, you must stop here for your harvest host.
Yeah, stop for the harvest host, or come have a wedding, or they have concerts. They've got a lot of different events.
But we're the only ones here, so
with the barn blend,
we're going to put it out there.
Yeah, and there's the barn blend. There's a wine called the barn blend. So they have it. Would you call it an event?
It's a barn blending party.
Barn blending party. So
yes.
they give you so many different wines. You pour them. You make your own blend, and then the what would you call the owners? I guess yes. The owners, the Nelsons, they judge, and then they pick which one they like, and then they bottle it, and then they'll put your name on it. Could you imagine that?
Yeah.
Wow. What do you have?
This is called the Petit
Verdot.
Petit Verdot.
Mm-hmm.
Just look at the amazing color and the smell.
And all our wines are estate grown on the property.
And all the wines are grown.
Estate property.
Estate property.
Everything is grown here. We don't
There's 2,000 acres, but it's only 200 acres of vines,
mm-hmm.
a vineyard. That's amazing.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Yeah.
I knew you'd like that if you liked the cow preserve.
We're loading up, heading out of our harvest host. Wow. Phenomenal first experience. We're believers. I don't know. Neat place. Winery. We did the wine tasting because I guess it's it's customary that you go ahead and you patronize the places that you stay. So we did do the wine tasting last night and bought a bottle of wine, and oh yeah, I forgot, we bought a little jar of like pepper jelly, and it sounds so amazing. So real quick, I wanted to show you guys, we're gonna climb up here in the back of the truck, how we are, I shouldn't say we because this is Stan, how we're transporting the e-bikes. Similar but different. Stan is still putting them in the rack back there, the back tires, but we're using the what do you call those, the straps?
Yeah.
Using those to kind of secure them. They're a little heavier, and then he's got then bungee cord right there to the inside of the truck hooks. It's a little pack back here, but we make it work.
Yeah.
So what all is in here?
We're paying for the generator. We have the generator. We used the generator last night. Worked great. At this harvest host, you're allowed to use generators, and of course we're here tucked back in a canyon all by ourselves. So, and this generator is just super quiet. And as you all know, it's a dual fuel propane generator and gas generator. Worked out great for us last night. So, just a great stay.
We have our propane fire pit
that you make me take every single time.
Hey, if I use it once, it's worth it. We've used it once, and it was so worth it.
We used it once at the beach.
I think we didn't use it at all in our last trip. We bring a table, and then we probably didn't need to bring these this time, but we have an easy up that we used at the beach when we had our family, and then we had a couple extra chairs just in case family, and then we have our good chairs over there that we use, our Lippert double love seat, and you got your deck and your little ladder. So
yeah, it's not the easiest because everything is exposed to the air, and if it rains, it becomes a little problematic. Mm-hmm. But otherwise, we got mostly everything that's covered up. The rain's not going to hurt the bikes, and if it gets to the point where it's really bad, I guess we could cover them up because I have a bike cover and I can, just situate this whole thing differently so I could have them covered up. But so far, we've had good weather, so there we go.
Let's see, one more thing we didn't talk about, but you think it's so important, is that bug spray, huh?
I learned back south.
Yeah.
There's just too many bugs. So
Yeah.
usually if we're going to stay at a long place, I spray along the trailer, all the way around the trailer, and keeps the bugs away, I think. All right. Let's go.